There we go. Yeah. Sorry. Sheesh. I don't get why the audio always. I gotta. It used to be better about remembering this stuff, but for some reason it's forgotten now. So sorry about that. I wasn't saying anything important. I'm just talking about this character. She's oh, and I did show that other one, but I deleted it already. But that was for that was my pixie bounty hunter character drawn by Mewstein, and I drew her character. Which one was it? I don't remember which one I drew. It was. I think it was yeah, this one, which was also a team up. Oops. But yeah, this is her character. Was in a. She had this really fun dancing bard elf that was and I was just so excited to draw another bard because this is my character from my comic, and it's really loud. Okay. Of course, now it gets really quiet all of a sudden when I turn on the volume. I might change this, but we'll play around with it because if I don't like it by the end of tonight, I might do a quick. I don't know. I probably won't. I might do a quick change post art fight for this artist, but I don't think I'm gonna stress out because I'd like to get some sleep this after this long week. So. Let's see. I don't know if this guy flies. I forgot to. I'll double check it. I think it's a spirit, so I think it can. Sorry. Yeah, last time I had Wednesday, I had more cough drops than today. So let me just double check really quick. Maybe I have something, at least for part of it. Some stuff on the way, but I think I have something I can do for now. Just one moment. There's one in me pocket. Okay. These are the weaker ones, but that's fine. Hopefully it'll work. And she's got this like ethereal ferret creature. Yeah, this new camera is pretty great. I used it for a few meetings this weekend, and it handled it really well. So it's nice to know that even as a for Zoom, it can handle that too. Even though I hate Zoom. How many do a black and white of this scene and then do a more epic one after? Because that's what I'm thinking. Got this giant centipede coming, ethereal, prehistoric centipede on his shoulder. That's what I'm thinking. That or actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the other thing I had in mind, which is easier to draw. I mean, that looks kind of cool, but I'm gonna stick with the easier one to draw, which is that he's got a one of those giant dragonflies. Which it's funny. For the longest time, I always wondered how they one of the creatures that now in its current form just like disappeared in its big form, because the tiny form is like right now is one of the most successful hunters out there. And then I found out my answer was birds, because birds are just far more maneuverable, and these guys are not nearly as fast as their tiny current kind. So they could catch slower amphibians, but they could not catch any of the. There's no way that they could keep up with prey today. Like a mouse could probably easily outrun one. Sorry. And I was gonna have his one of his raptors, or one of his mid-sized T-Rexes here too, just to show that he's. Yeah, this brush is being a little difficult. Let's try a different one. There we go. I don't know why sometimes they start off really clean and loose and easy, and then they get harder to draw with. I mean, you use them more. So very strange. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder if ethereal ferrets are smelly too. I don't know if that smell ever goes away. They're cute animals for sure, but I don't think I could ever. I had a friend with. I've known several people with them, and they say that they're pretty rambunctious. They'll try and run up your leg, including up your pants. Like it's like you gotta like put your socks in, otherwise they're just gonna go whoop right up. I'm putting like a bird handler hand like glove on here, just in case this thing gets nippy. Actually, you know, I don't have him holding it, but just like that. Actually, that looks better. Sorry, I'm being very scratchy today. No one yet. I mean, I know there's some people here, but thank you for all the lurkers. You're always welcome. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be. Sorry. Nicole's one. It was from a comic I made a long time ago, and then I got an art mentor that really was trying to push me. I mean, I still need to get this comic started, but he definitely pushed me to like at least move in a different direction because I think I mean I know he's right. He was right too because the comic I was working on was more of a slice of life comedy with this necromancer character and Clay, the geomancer character, who's he basically like controls Earth, and he's part fairy folk. He's got like this Earth elemental that's he's fused with, so he's very durable and kind of like an Earthbender kind of character. And but I always when I tried to describe the story to my mentor, they instantly saw that it was kind of me, kind of just a, it was a lot of work. It seemed like he saw how much work it was for me to even describe. So it's just like, why don't you look at your sketchbook and come up with a different thing from there? And I had a drawing of a guy with a mustache and a little girl walking across a log, kind of like Calvin Hobbes kind of style, and that became the beginning of Raising the Bard, my comic I'm working on now. Just a father daughter, which I thought would be a fun like disaster fantasy, modern fantasy mixed with disaster story. So, and I apologize for my wings; they will be fixed soon. It's been kind of in the back. I was taking a break from working on my model for a little while, but I will get back to it probably in September, I think. I mean, I'm slowly gonna work on it in August, but you'll start seeing changes in September. So, yeah, the wings should be changed soon. Like quick changes, I'll try and do as soon as I can, but I'm not sure about the rest. I'll try and do it as fast as I can. Because I want to fix the size of my character. I want to fix some of his like his how fast he turns his head. I think is more of a thing with the software, so I'm not worried about that. I can fix that later. He's supposed to be wearing a vest. Yeah, normally I kind of like to draw him without his. He does wear an overcoat, but if he's in his study, I don't see why he would be wearing it. Even if he's greeting someone, that especially seems weird. I don't like this. That looks weird. His head's really big. I gotta fix that. Yep, laughing bugs my throat. At least I don't have a temperature, so I should be happy about that. Huh. I guess they were. Then again, most of my followers are in. Most of my most devout um, followers, other than the ones present, are in UK. So I believe so. Maybe they're just busy with something, or maybe they have schoolwork first. Because I know some of them are still attending school. So yeah. Still kind of big, isn't he? I guess it's kind of just he's a lanky fellow, so maybe that's why he looks weird. But I'll fix this anatomy as I go along. I need to work a little bit more on her. With her. Definitely want to change her hairstyle a little. It looks too much like she looks too much like June. So what am I doing? How's my? Okay. Honestly, it'll probably be. We'll see how long I last tonight. Might have to turn the AC on at least, although, yeah, I probably will. It's kind of hot in here. Beep, beep, beep. Whew. I really had fun with this drawing challenge this month though. It's been I think the only one that I felt like I did less than 100% was Kate was no Clem Lynn's, but she liked it, so I don't care. I mean, at the end, I kind of like told myself to stop being so hard on myself because they really liked the character design. I think I'll just do more fan art of their stuff in the future because I like the design and it's just always a fun place to go and just very positive streamer. So. Just a reminder for younger viewers, they are more adult oriented, so just keep that in mind. Their streams are usually like, yeah, sometimes 18 plus, but usually it's just because of the kind of models they draw. So. Do, do, do. Excuse me. Trying to keep them as quiet as possible. Melting. Trying to do a scene too, because I think that's the bigger thing, because I've been doing some really good. I'm really proud of the some of these pose ones I've done, but I really want to end on a scene because I want to improve on these anyway in general. So I figure this would be a good one. It's not too complicated. Her head's kind of big too, actually. I think that's the other issue. They're both. Oops. There. Better. I think. It's hard to. I guess it is a little small. And that's a little better, actually. Yeah. I actually might start streaming a game too. I found this adventure game called Near Mage, and it's kind of cool. I've never it's I don't think I've ever really seen a point and click adventure game where you could customize your character at the beginning. But one of the looks like you could give for her is you could color her hair orange. You can make her have red hair, and so I made her look like June. So I might just play it on stream. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. If I'm up for it after I draw for a little bit. That'd be fun though. I do like the art and the story so far, so it'd be fun to share a little of that. Now, for people who know how I draw libraries, I promise I'm not going to draw every book. Probably. It's a inside joke. I do think this year went better for everyone that I've seen, at least with Art Fight. Like, I think even though the rules at the very beginning were a bit confusing for some people, I think everyone kind of just did what I figured they were going to do, which is just draw what they want anyway. You know, it's like I know several people that it said no tracing, but they did anyway, and so what? It's a free gift for another artist. It's who cares, you know? It's just this whole like point system stuff. Sure, it's fun, but anyone who takes it too seriously is missing the point. Pun intended. Yeah, it's better to think of it as like a networking event than as like a competition. A friendly networking event, yeah. Because like everyone that I traded stuff with was really kind, and I didn't. Honestly, I was surprised when Mustine did a revenge attack because I didn't say I wanted one. I mean, I'm very grateful. I just don't want people to like stress out. You know, I know we all have a lot on our. Everyone's busy with things, and you don't want to tell them to like. It took a long time for mine, so I know that that drawing looked like it took a while too. I'd have to ask though. Maybe not. I don't want to presume. I might even go over these with there is a brush that makes books, but I kind of just since his are all old musty books, I kind of want to do the first round of them like this, and maybe I'll make ones like on the floor and all over the place, kind of like to add on top of these books. I don't like that placement. Never mind that. But yeah, Cole was this excuse me, kid. A character with a backstory of he's a was an advisor to this powerful or just yeah, powerful is a good word too. He was advisor to several like different unseelie that were visiting um our realm in this one city that was like an agreed meeting spot, and when the story starts, he's working for a this giantess that has essentially just gained a lot of popularity because of his help with him helping her get a foothold in the city as like a possible new mayor of the city, and kind of his main job until like something happens, and she's able to keep him from being expelled from the city, but he has to do community service is part of the story for him. But his community service is he has to teach kids in elementary school, like young mages, and he he asks for a more severe for a different punishment. He's like, is there anything like more physical, like maybe like going crush load mana stones or something, or anything but teaching kids, please. Like, nope, that's it. So yeah, he gets stuck with that, and Clay, who was supposed to be in the city as well, but was out on doing some cave diving, uh, and was like had a decoy of himself in his spot so that like someone was pretending to be him. He got in trouble too, but she was able to, since Cole asked that if Clay could also have leniency because when he's there he is a valuable soldier, so didn't want to lose him being around. So she made him repair the city essentially. So like the two of them are, but repair it anytime it gets damaged in a fight. So his job is kind of in a town full of humans and elves and other creatures that like to like randomly just like get into fights. He kind of has a never ending job fixing the city. Doesn't help that he kind of starts a few fights sometimes too. So it's like I don't know if either of these guys got a good deal. But I thought it'd be fun to draw this character with Cole because of her background as a necromancer, since she revived a close friend of hers. So I thought, since she's someone who isn't using it for violence, she'd be a perfect match with him. Or more, or that he would be happy to teach someone like that, or give them some more free access to his library, which is pretty rare. Like not many people get that get this treatment. And the giantess can't fit in here, so Clay gets bored real easily, so he's usually only in for short amounts of time, like dropping off fossils he finds. It's kind of interesting though, mixing this. But I've talked about this before with my other drawing. In my comic, it is modern fantasy, but a big part of the story is that the Feywild or Otherworld or whatever Tir Nanog was shattered by the humans and Seelie, the good elves or the good fairy folk, because the more commonly the more mischievous or evil ones were going to cause a lot of damage and hurt a lot of people, and on both sides really, both both it's always weird explaining it, but because Seelie are basically just like playful and friendly elves and pixies and whatnot, and Unseelie are the more dangerous, mischievous ones that sometimes get compared to like demons. So I guess that's a good way. The quicker way would just to say they fought the demons and managed to create a giant weapon that shattered their entire like dimension and scattered them to the wind essentially, but caused chaos too. Forgot the point of that. I think there's just that there is a bunch of different types in this city is the kind of the point. And Cole's one that doesn't trust really either side. Really, he works with the Seelie elves or like the good ones, quote unquote. But he's suspicious of why they're staying on Earth so long and why they haven't gone back to their realm now that it's safe. So he's very suspicious of that, especially since they live so long. He's worried that they're just like kind of planting themselves and hoping that people just forget that they're a threat by the time in several more generations they can conquer the human realm. That's why he's keeping a close eye. Just having enough drawing today, unfortunately, which is not good for this drawing. This is supposed to be done today. Let's work on some of the other factors. This one. I think I drew him wrong in more ways than I knew even, because I did not... This is why it's always good to zoom out, because their sizes are very different. Okay, sorry. Yeah, because her legs are way too long, actually. That's the problem. So in the same realm, so... I don't like him being in this pose, actually. He's a very, like, strict and stern person. He shouldn't be bent over. He should be, like, sitting straight up confidently. When I started watching, or even listening to Vox Machina, Percy reminds me a little bit of him, except for the backstory, which is much darker. That's better. I think that looks already better. Just even giving him like that more confident stance. And then I can kind of like play around with his pets, kind of like his T-Rex kind of doing that, like rubbing its head on him kind of thing. Keep it really small, like loose feathers, kind of. That's what I've heard. I've heard that it's a possibility that there's certain ones that had a... I mean, this is a fairy one anyway, so it's been changed by being in the in Tir Ninog. Excuse me. Sorry. That one came out of nowhere. I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be right back. Trapped. better. Just kind of funny because she's wearing like this. Oh, that's what I was about to say, but I kind of got lost in the weeds with what I was talking about because my brain's kind of a fog right now. But is that their world Earth became kind of like a hub for a bunch of different like types of um fairies and whatnot after the fracture because like on both sides, like good and bad. Uh, Mostly the good ones, because the bad were thrown much further away, and the ones that did make it here, surrendered immediately because they realized what we could do to them. And point being is, it's a long about way for me to say that like her being dressed in like this like D&D fantasy armor is not unseen. It's not so uncommon in their world. It's actually pretty in the more populated cities, especially. It's very common. But I was just saying how it's funny that he's just in typical like evening attire, and she's in just walking in like this. That's why I was tempted to put him in his like overcoat, but I was like, eh. Kind of adds to it more if he's just like at ease, but is surrounded by a few of his familiars, like this little baby adolescent T-Rex and the giant. I forgot what they're called. They're a type of dragonfly, but I forgot their specific name. It'll be interesting when we learn more and more about T-Rexes, because like we're learning, like their adolescent age is apparently, as you can probably imagine, a pretty rough period of their life because they're the top of the food chain when they're big, but when they're this small, they can be taken out by like like a rival of this, maybe even in the same area that's bigger, or like it's like any other like species now where like birds will just like a- attack a nest of a competitor and just like take out the offspring and then make their own. So it's like I'm sure that happened with them too. As much fun as it would be, their tails have to stay straight because it would be fun to give it a wagging tail, but their tails are for stabilizing, so they would not wag. We have to remember this is a undead one, so I have to draw its bones. Because there is a living one in the comic, but this is just one that he brought back to study. I think this is coming along nice. Just kind of a little tilted there. I'll have to fix that. Sheesh, it's gonna be. I think I should be able to finish this though. I don't know why I have her dress like flowing like that. It should. She's just enough. That's better. Excuse me. I don't like that pose. Kind of too traditional. I want to do something a little bit more pulled in for her. So maybe she's kind of. I keep looking over like I'm expecting to see it over there, but I keep forgetting that that she's right here. Just in the background as a at a lower opacity so I can use her as a reference. At the end I'll or you know what time is it? It's been an hour. Let's just go through for fun because why not? I'm gonna I'm gonna go through all my drawings that I did during Art Fight. So here's the first one. Oops. I'll move them over so you can see them. Yep. This was for Lyra B, of her D&D character that can create weapons out of the earth. I was going to have her fight Richard, or fight along Richard, but I didn't have time. Was the first one I wanted. I feel this is pretty good. I might add a background to it eventually, just for fun, but I thought it came out good. And then there was this one. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on Toaster. They're usually here, so I could tell them say their name. It's blanking on me right now. But yeah, it was really fun because they gave me a 3D model done in Minecraft, I think, or using Minecraft mods. Is what it looked like. I apologize if that's not what it was, but it was very interesting interpreting it and having fun with it because I knew what it was. Because I've watched Murder Drones and I like the characters in that too, so I thought it'd be fun to give it a shot, and they seem to like it. So I'm happy that came out in a way that they were happy with the result, because it's a little bit messier than usual, but I still am pretty happy with the result. So, yeah, I'd still say it's a win. And then this, I think this was AV's, like his, like the, it's a another D&D character that's a uh, powerful mage. So, wait, or is this? No, this isn't the Necromancer. That's one of Immortal's characters. I keep forgetting. Been talking to a lot of people lately, more than I'm used to. And then this one was for Art Ninja, and this is up there in one of my proudest drawings, only because I don't do mass. This is called a mass attack because I put 4 characters of Art Ninjas in here, and like this is the villain taking on 3 of these young teenagers that are the main characters of the story. And I wanted to show that he's just incredibly manipulative and is just playing with them and not even trying to like do anything permanently damaging them because they're his test subjects. So he's just having fun messing with their emotions to see how strong they can get. So I thought that was a really fun. Maybe I can even turn that into a help them make a cover for their story with that. That'd be fun. And this is the one I showed earlier with from Yelstein, their character, alongside June. And here's Clam Lynn. I drew 2 of her characters, like they're like avatars for her and her partner, I believe. Yeah, he's sorry, I had the names for them. It's blanking on that right for the characters. I forget. I'm blanking on it right now. Sorry, but I just love watching her draw. So I wanted to make something where it's like kind of a cool like she's wearing like a smock and she's wearing like clothes that you wouldn't be afraid to get covered in paint kind of thing, and making him look like very professional executive kind of look to him. Because originally I was going to give him like almost like a Warhammer thing where I was going to put him in armor, which would be fun too, but I might say that for a future one. Because that could be another fun thing I do with their characters. With Clanlands. She's another artist that showed me that you can go from I mean I've seen a few, but she was the first one that I saw that went from a PNG tuber to a VTuber, and it took her a little time too, so it showed me that it's not uncommon for it to take a little while to like get down all this stuff and to make a model, and it's going to have its limitations at first, but like I think hers looks great. I think all of hers have been really quite nice because they look like this character. Yeah, like this character. So, which I'll show you more of. I kind of hit her. Oops, can't. Sorry, I hit. Yeah. And here's the final one that I did for the other one I did for Immortal Rich, and it's a D&D character that's a powerful uh, conjurer that can like tap into dark magic. I think she came out really good. I'm really proud of the like lighting in it, and really epic, and a lot of emotion in her face, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. Dude, close these. But yeah, I had a lot of fun drawing this year, which is why I kind of wanted to end on a scene drawing, even if it is a bit over the top. I know, and who knows if I'll get it done. Excuse me. I'm just. Sorry. That's better. It's probably the one I was using to begin with. I may just call this one pretty early. Apologize. I will post on Instagram and on a few other places. I'll do like a slideshow of all this stuff, and maybe I'll even do like the ones I like the most, and maybe I'll do like some speed paints, or like you know what I mean, like the time lapses, because I am starting to fade kind of quick. I apologize. Yeah, it's been kind of a long week with this cold keeping me awake for several nights, but hopefully I can beat it this weekend. I'm hoping. We'll see. Be nice not to have to deal with this again next week. I mean, I got a lot done today, even like with how much of this what I started with and what I am at now. So pretty excited to see where this goes, even if it does end up just being it might be kind of like the one I showed you that Meowstein did, where it's going to be very loose colors. But I don't know. I might if I had to choose, I probably am going to just make this black and white over that. We'll see. But it might be more fun to do this in black and white with like a few colors here and there for like maybe the colors of their magic, and maybe some of the books in the background could glow or something, or yeah, or like her book, which she has right here. I was gonna have him holding it, but she should still have it because she hasn't offered it yet. Yeah. But yeah, I think I think I'm gonna call this early because I mean I got this. You got to see me do the layout for the most part. I just gotta add in the books and do the uh, background design and like work on the setting in general. See, my brain's just not working right now. So thanks for everyone who stayed around to listen. I'm sure I'll be a little bit more energetic next week. I mean, even Wednesday I was more energetic. So yeah, I'll I'm not sure what I'll be working on yet. yet. Maybe some dragons? I'm not sure. But, because it's Smogus does start, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. I might do some more art practice, honestly, because that was really popular. And it was fun to get back to doing those. So, I might do some art practice, and then draw some random characters, because I haven't done that in a long time. Those kind of things all throughout August, just because they don't take too much time, and I have other things going on now that will be eating a lot of time. But I'll still get streams in, but I just don't want my streams taking up too much energy outside of the stream itself. So, yeah. All right. That was a long-winded way of saying I'm not sure what's going on next month, but anyway. Yeah, I'll see y'all again on next Wednesday, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. So, yeah, take care and have a wonderful night.